and dry, he once again set sail on the ocean. A few hours later, when he looked to the horizon to the east, he saw the sun rising in a clear blue sky. He took that as another omen, as a sign that this would be the perfect place for him to cast out his net for the very first time in his newly named boat.
Richard, there's some exciting things going on for you and for us. We get the book. Tell me about this.
Hi, Laura. Thank you for asking. This is my first book for the general public. It's Taro-san the Fisherman and the Weeping Willow Tree. It's a children's illustrated book, bilingual. It's in Japanese and English. It was written in English, translated into Japanese. I've had one review come out that said it was, in Japanese translated into English. No, other way around, even though it's a story about Japan, and it was inspired by a Japanese feat that I performed called Nankin Tama Surare. This is the Tama Surare mat. Surare is a Japanese word for curtain, a special bamboo curtain. Nankin is a city in China, but the feat is not from China. We think that 400 years ago they wanted to make this seem mysterious in Japan, so they gave it a Chinese name. But it's made up of 56 bamboo sticks that are tied together with 108 pieces of string. You can see the knots on this side, knot on this side, and it's tied in such a way that it's very flexible. So the Japanese tradition is they wear a special costume, they do a special dance, and as they do it, they make various figures, kind of Transformer style, out of the mat. I wasn't going to wear the costume. I can't sing the song or do the dance, but I loved the feat. I'd seen a colleague of mine, Martin Lewis, perform it in Houston, where I was living at the time, about 30 years ago, and he talked to me about it, and eventually he taught it to me and made me a set of the sticks. I liked his presentation, but it wasn't quite me. It was him. And I thought about it and had some ideas. And I worked with my wife, Rosemary, who's a violinist. She found a wonderful Japanese piece by a great composer, Michio Miyagi, that has been transcribed. It was originally written for two Japanese instruments, shamisen and shakuhachi, a flute and a stringed instrument. But it's been transcribed for violin and piano. And she just plays the violin solo, and that works very well for the piece. So it evolved over time, eventually where the point I thought, the story is matured to the point where I think it would make a nice children's storybook. And for a long time, the bottleneck was I didn't have an illustrator. And I asked around, I went to the library, I talked to artists. Finally, I went online and put out a bid on a website saying I'm looking for a children's illustrator who can do Japanese-style illustrations. And I got bids from all over the world, and I ended up with a gentleman, Andras Balogh, in Hungary. And it's beautiful. I think he did exactly what I was looking for, so I couldn't be happier.
Well, it is a beautiful book. Now tell me, is the story a traditional old story, or is this something that you have put together along with this feat you're talking about?
A little bit of both. I took the title, the Taro-san. There's a Japanese folklore story that's kind of like the Rip Van Winkle. It's a combination of Rip Van Winkle and The Little Mermaid, about a Japanese fisherman that goes under the sea and gets on a turtle's back. So that's where the name comes from, because in the Japanese performance of this meet, they mention Taro-san. But the story is not at all like that one. So it's my story, but inspired by Japanese traditions and actual places, and using the figures that the Japanese came up with, just not in the same order that they would do them.
Well, I doubt I'm your first customer, but I'm buying one of these books you brought today, and you're having a book signing at the book table?
At the book table here in Logan on Saturday, March 9th. It'll start at 10 o'clock. It'll go till about noon, 10 in the morning, and probably at 11 upstairs in the recital hall, I'll do a performance with this. I'm not sure if Rosemary will be part of it. I'm hoping so. It depends on her schedule, but I do perform it both as a solo performer and with the music. I prefer it with the music, adds another dimension. So I encourage people to come out for that.
And that was Saturday, what's the date?
March 9th.
March 9th. Okay, we want to make sure we get there. Right now, we're filming this at U&I, so I can see, get yourself a nice, comfy little chair, buy the book, and let's have story time for sure.
It'd be great for that.
You have a little act. In fact, let's bring in this young man that's standing here, Owen.
We have a volunteer. You're Owen?
Okay,
Hi,
Owen.
come on up. Happen to be casually sitting there. Thanks. At the book table, if I have time, I'll do a little close-up magic, which is one of my specialties. Let me start by making sure that neither one of you is afraid of or allergic to small animals. No, fair enough. All right, have here some spiders and snakes. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Let's use the book as a table. Here's, Peter Rabbit. He's famous. You've heard of Peter Rabbit, right? Yeah. You don't mind my splitting hairs, do you? That's how I split them. That's Peter.
Hey.
That's Esther. I know. Don't get too excited. Everybody's heard of Peter Rabbit. Have you heard of Esther?
I'm watching your hands.
Roll up my sleeve. The Esther Bunny? All right, I'm getting ahead of you. Here, we'll give this a try. I'm going to take and put Peter right there. Oh, do you have a free hand? If you'll take and hold Esther right there. Good tight grip. Hold on tightly. Turn your hand over. Don't let go. Exactly right. Hold on tightly. Did you feel the magic there? No, not impressed. I think you'll appreciate this. I had Peter. Check it out now. I've got Esther. You have Peter. Turn the hand over. They change place. You're underwhelmed. I sense that, Laura. Let's give this a try. You may have to set the book down. I'm going to take and put Peter right there. Oh, you may be right. That's Esther, my mistake. It is hard to tell. I thought it only mattered to rabbits. Laura, do you have a free hand? Set the book down. Hold on to Esther. You got her. Turn the hand over. Don't let go. Ears tucked away. I love working with skeptics. Did you hear the difference? Oh, and that finger, not that finger. A little detail can make all the difference in the world. Let's take a look here. Don't let go. Oh, huge difference. You can tell.
Word. Oh, my word. Wait a minute.
I can tell. We have some skeptics here. I'm going to take it a step further. Owen, I'm going to ask you to help me out. I want you to hold both Peter and Esther in the same hand at the same time. I'll need your strongest hand. You right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed? Don't let go of either one. You got them both? Hang on tightly. Tuck those ears away. Turn the hand over. Laura, anything in my hands? Empty hands?
No.
Sleeves rolled up?
Yeah.
Hang on tightly. Which one of the two would you like me to try to take out of there? The lady rabbit or the gentleman rabbit? Totally up to you. We don't normally take requests, but at you and I, we do.
How about the lady rabbit?
A wise decision. Don't let go of either one. Do you recognize what I'm sprinkling over one's hand, Laura? Do you know what that is?
Well, magic dust.
You have seen this before. That's exactly right. It's kind of a technical term. In honor of the two rabbits, though, I've relabeled it. I'm calling it hair remover. Oh, you're right. It doesn't work with a gentleman hair and a lady hair in the same spot at the same time. Oh, and you're thinking what I'm going to step back a little bit here. Before it's too late, for the camera, turn the hand over, open it up.
In there, I'm going to freak out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and I can't believe you let that happen. Oh my goodness.
They had babies. Get it? But how did you do that?
A hair-raising experience. Don't tell anyone. That's our secret. You may want to wash that hand now. That's what I'm thinking. No, I'm teasing. Anyway, so we hope folks can come to the book table. It'll be a little fun like that. And at 11 o'clock.
No explanation.
Well,
we're back onto the book signing. I want the explanation.
Okay, well, come take Magic 101 at the Hatch Academy of Magic and Music over in the Thatcher Young Mansion. You have to sign a secrecy oath. And the first 5 minutes of the lesson is explaining why that is. It's not to protect the secrets. It's to protect your audiences from the secrets. Most people are disappointed when they find out it's not really magic.
Right.
So.
Well, it is magic, and it was magical, and this is a magical book, and I'm thrilled to know of you. I've known of you, and now it's nice to meet you with an item I can buy today. So thanks so much.
Oh, and thank you. Don't tell anyone how we did
March
that.
March 9th. We don't know how we did it. How can we tell him? Okay, thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, you want to look underneath the tablecloth? Lift it up. You see anything? All right. Don't let go. Hold on very tightly, because I'm going to let go. If you got a good tight grip on the corners, don't let go. Nicely done. Hang on tightly. Ooh, there's something in here. It's the business card, the visiting card of Annie Eva Fay. Hang on tightly. Now, Annie Eva Fay, after her death, asked that her body be cremated and the ashes were scattered along the shore of her beloved Massachusetts coast where she made her home. It sometimes seems, Mike, that it's going to be absolutely impossible to get them apart. I'm going to need your help one last time. If you would, just like before, blow right there. Fantastic. Let's hear it for Mike. Take a bow. Nicely done. Good job.